right, I'm Meg Snyder, editor of Pharmaceutical Processing. I am here with Russ Somma of Somma Tech LLC, and this is the show daily wrap-up. So Russ, I saw a lot of stuff today, a lot of people. How did it go?
It was unbelievable. I have to say, this year was, you don't want to say it's the best year I've had, but I got to compared to what we've seen. I mean, it ranged from continuous processing all the way to, we just heard the discussion on medical marijuana. I mean, we were everywhere. It was really topical, and unbelievable amount of people showed up. I mean, I couldn't believe it. It was great.
Yeah, I saw a lot of people kind of standing in back, kind of looking over. As far as discussion goes, was there a particular topic that was most receptive by the audience they were really excited about?
As we've seen in past, and I'm sure you've seen in pharmaceutical process, continuous manufacturing is big. It's hot. It still is. People are starting to see it. It's a definite move. I got to say, the intensification of the bioprocess, doing more with less, the continuous process aspect there, again, packed the house. The guys, what they had to say between engineering and processing, and the way we set the panels up this year was great. We had a manufacturer, a guy who was doing it. We had an engineering firm who could put it together, and we had people who supplied the equipment. Unbelievable. We had it covered from every angle.
And as far as continuous processing, was there anything that they mentioned today that was like really new, a hot topic that maybe wasn't discussed previously?
I got a feeling that it's now, I guess because everything's starting to move ahead, that the CMOs are becoming more of a player in it.
Okay.
Before it was the big pharma guys who decided to become, they're going to put the investment in. And today we're talking about 2 CMOs that already put the stuff in place. So they see the industry going there. I mean, why would you do it if you're a contract house?
Yeah. And I also saw for preparing for and managing FDA audits at one of the sessions, that had a ton of people. So what were some of the things that was discussed during that session?
Well, Meg, all I can tell you is anytime you talk about FDA and an inspection, doesn't matter what you're going to talk about, you're going to pack the house. But truly speaking, we had an ex-investigator, and I had Dina Maines. Joe McGinnis is FDA, 22 years. Now he's at Johnson & Johnson. Guy's been around. I've known him since college. The guy's a good man, knows his stuff. Dina, same thing. Goes back 30 years. Probably hate me for saying that, but really, so we had both sides of the coin, which normally you don't always have, and that was it was a good. They played off each other, what they expect, what they didn't. We got a few questions from the audience, but I could see they were accosted on their way out, so it must have went over well.
Okay, that's good. And the topic on cannabis, what were some of the big popular topics for that discussion?
I think it was opportunity. I mean, let's face it, we're here, right? This is science and commercialization, right? I think what these people all walked up was their ears perked up when they said, well, it's a $200 billion market, and looks like we're trying to make transdermals, we're trying to make sublinguals, we're trying to make flash films, and all of a sudden the guys who provide that as a service start to say, how do I get into this, and who do I need to talk to? But, I'm thinking that's, a lot of light bulbs came on today.
Okay. And what were some of the biggest questions with regard to cannabis? Because there's, it's a changing industry. A lot of things are developing right now with the legalization stuff.
I think it's, people, what we tried to guide them to get an understanding of the legal frameworks. It's still state by state. I think some of the other interest was, what parts of the drug, what parts of the cannabis is the active constituent? What kind of research? Trying to put it in the context that our constituency, our clients, our audience understands. And I think that piqued a lot of interest. As you can see, folks were hanging around for quite some time.
Yeah. And what was one of your favorite discussions today that you saw during all the sessions of INTERPHEX Live?
I have to say, continuous manufacturing is one of my favorites. Right after that, obviously, I was up here with my buddy Joe McGinnis and Dina. That I knew that discussion was going to go well. Gotta say, I didn't expect cannabis discussion to come out as one that that I would find that interesting. But there was opportunity written all over it. Okay. And take that for what it's worth.
And what are you most looking forward to for tomorrow's discussions?
Tomorrow, we're going to be going back into biosimilars again, another one. We're going to be looking at that. Obviously, we're going to be talking about, facility manufacturing. Again, what parts, not only the process, but remember, we got to put this process in something, facility upgrades, cost containment, things like this. We're going to be talking about tech transfer, other aspects. We'll see. If it goes like it did today, I'm going to be one tired guy.
You and me both. All right. Well, that's it for today. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Meg.
Appreciate it.
Bye-bye.